Yo, this is Guido with another episode of Watt Corner. Today we're going to discuss one of the things you can do, one of the best things you can do to improve your win rate, and that is go back to the bloody cap. What we've got here is a steps battle with a fairly even setup of teams. I'm in my FCM 50T French premium tank. It's got preferred matchmaking, but I happen to be top tier here, which is nice for me. And we are going to head over here to the east side on steps. Now I had two choices when I spawned in here, obviously. Actually three if you count camping the middle a choice, but I don't, so we'll call it two. Go to the right side or the left side, so either over to the west side where I'm going or over to the east side where some of our smaller tanks are going. If you take a look at what we have happening here, most of our heavy power is coming with me to this side. The rest of them are over there on the east side. It's always interesting to me how I'm always the first one to get somewhere. This being a campy game like it is, nobody wants to take a hit. So I'm going to go ahead and come in here. I'll show you what I'm doing with my gun. Crossing right there can be dangerous. I'm always looking that way. I also put my turret that way in case somebody shoots at me and I get lucky they hit me in the turret. At least they don't hit me in the side turret. I'm going to take a shot on this IS-6. Critical hit, no damage. I don't get spotted because I have 6th sense and they haven't pushed anyone up, so I'm actually able to get in here and get another shot. I'm just courtesy. It's a little bit of a courtesy backup at this point. It's interesting. You can't really see the silhouette. I get 2 shots in there. Now I've got a KV2 I might get a shot on. I'm going to shoot into that wall several times here, which is a bit of a bummer. You can see that most of our tanks are here. I'm the most forward tank. The rest of them are camping around that corner. I say camping. They're not really camping, but they are hiding back there. Another shot into the dirt. You can see that our east side has pushed into them. Looks like they've got pretty far, but you'll find out that they're going to end up losing pretty badly over there. Take out this IS-6, although it wasn't me that got the shot. And wait for a second. Now we'll start working on these guys that are sitting back on this back edge. I do want to watch out for the KV2. If he happens to pin me in my little FCM with no armor, that would hurt a lot. I get lucky and actually pin the poor Tiger 2 on that one. That's one of the first times I get spotted, so now they know I'm back here. You can see that the east side has lost. So if you look over there on the east side, they're all dead and they're going to be pushing our cap. You can tell that most of our tanks are now down in this one corner and we're poking and prodding at these guys. So this is about the point where you start to think about, all right, I have a little bit of time to keep working this side, but pretty soon I'm going to have to make a decision and get back to cap and help. Now ideally you realize it here. A lot of people don't realize it until the alarm starts going off. So this is part of that SA. Having SA, building SA, making a cross check of the entire screen, looking down at the mini map and trying to figure out, hey, what's the big picture of this fight? Who's doing what to who? I still have time. The other thing that's nice that I've got going on here is I'm in an FCM, which is a relatively fast tank. Light that Churchill on fire. I don't know why he's given side armor. Don't do that. But now I look back there and go, ooh, man, we got some issues here. And they're on our cap. Ideally I'd have left a little bit sooner, but I'm still farming damage here, being a little cheesy. But once I shoot that last shot and I say, man, what we have here is probably enough to take on these last 3 or 4, or at least slow them down. But I have got to switch. And actually the 01 and KV5 figured out a little faster than I did. While I was thinking about it, I didn't actually move. I don't want to highlight myself coming up and over. I thought about maybe trying to get a shot on the Bulldog, but there's a lot of guns up there that can sweep that area and may have eaten some shots from the Nashorn. What I'm trying to do then is get up to the cap and reset, and it's starting to become a near thing. Good deal. KV5 is kind of working up on that little piece of ground right there, so I don't really want to tuck up there with him and make them only worry about one direction of shot. So I'm going to take my chance and get right up over here. This is a good place when you're reacting to a cap situation from this side to get shots, because you've got this ground here that you can use for hold down. I'm just going to keep on working on this Tiger 1. He's not really looking at me, so I don't have to do a whole bunch to worry about it. A quick check to my 6 to see if anybody's coming around behind me, because there are quite a few tanks back there. And I'll end up killing this guy out. Check again, and it looks all right. So now we can get up on this KR, start taking shots on this guy. I knew that Type 58 was there too, so I was wondering where he went. Obviously, he went off the cap. We'll find him in just a second. I'm going to auto aim this guy. I don't really need to aim too hard. Just come in there and take that shot. 58 bounces and misses. That ends up being pretty lucky for me. I'm going to get a shot on this guy again. Take another hit or another miss from this guy, and now I think, hey, let's deal with this. Actually, I take one more bad shot here. May have bounced off the 52's butt. I'm not sure what happened there. Now I'm going to start dealing with this 58. And I get a little hesitant here because I'm kind of poking and prodding at this guy. Get some lucky bounces off of him. Side scrape, you know, because the FCM is known for its side scraping. Got him right on the side armor, so huge angle. That's not going to do anything. Try to get that flat plate. And we're starting to lose again a little bit, so I've got to make something happen. I'm just going to push this Type and take him out, because otherwise we're about to get flanked and surrounded here by these 5 tanks they've got. I can't count 6 tanks they've got. It's got one of them. Now we're down to 3. So it's 3v4. Good news is the IS-3 is in good health, as am I. We've reacted to the cap. We've cleared the cap. Now he and I have to work together. Here comes the super. Not my best plan there, coming up over. I wish I had gone to the left of the KV-5. Probably could have got 2 better shots in there, but I get lucky he misses. Shoot him again. And now I've got to deal with this FCM. I knew he was eventually going to get interested in me and come after me. I shoot right into his highly angled front armor and miss, damaging him. I have so many hit points in him, I should have just driven in and killed him, but I end up being a bit of a buffoon here. There's another miss. But we've whittled them down to 3, and they're hurt. Plus one of them is just a Nashorn, so I get him out. I'm kind of wondering where that Nashorn is. I didn't realize he pushed by me right there at the time. I thought he was on my right, but you can see by the mini-map that he's over there. That's just something I didn't know. So bad cross-check for me on my mini-map. Wasn't paying attention, because I'd have been already in there if I had been. Get him out, and now it's just cleaning up this Tiger who's hurt. He's going to continue to give side armor for some reason. Don't do that. At least turn your front towards the guy. He's just backing up to get a shot. And we end up winning there, so we end up with the IS-3 and the FCM. So I went over to the west side, fought that for a while, paid attention to the east side. The east side ends up losing, and we have to flex back. So if you do that one thing, flex back towards your cap nearly all the time once you win a flank, you can really increase your win rate. In addition to flexing back, obviously, like this one, where you see your cap is being threatened and you've got a fast tank that can get back. I don't know if you noticed, but a whole bunch of the guys over there on the west side didn't even bother to turn around. At least the KV-5, me and the 01 did initially, and we were able then to drag the rest of them back once they cleaned up over there. And it worked out for a pretty good game, ace mastery in the FCM 50T. We'll catch you guys later.